my little Doom community. I just texted with J-Killer in PSN, and he tries to make a survivors arena in a grid room, and the behavior of the AI is some sort of weird. So the thing is, I guess I know what could be the problems. Basically something about blocking volumes on the floor. I will show up what I normally do with platforms and the flooring to get the AI somehow functional. The thing is, not every AI works in the same way. So in the big grid room, if you use the grid room as a big arena or something like that, it can be that you are out of range of the AI, so it's hard for them to track you, so they will wander around like stupid fools. But the main thing is, I will show in a minute when it's loaded, is the walking grid. Is the AI has this green walking grid on the floor, which is very important. So the thing is, you have to be on the grid and the AI has somehow on the grid, but at least one of you has to be, so the AI can track you and get you on their radar and follow you and act somehow normally. So for this we go to create, and come on, we start basically. The thing is, these are thoughts. These are no real what's it called? These are my solutions, you say it that way. So I figured out how to use certain AI in certain situations and what kind of works in the maps, and I do not know if I'm right, but after so many tries and so many maps, I kind of think it works better than other ways. So, yeah, even so, this may be just a foolish idea which somehow is connected to my decent luck in some places to make them work. I don't know. But nonetheless, I can show what I normally do with the floor and the AI. So now we need enough fire. It's so freaking warm. So first of all, we delete. Where are we? We delete this, and this, and we build. Where is it? The big one. So that's better. So first of all, of course, this is the grid room, right? Everyone knows it right now, hopefully, because this is the shit. So what we need now to show you what I mean is, for one, this guy, and what I need next is some spawn. Here we go, single demon encounter. So as you see, as long as you have this grabbed this, then you see this floaty lighty green grid underneath. So this is what is important for the AI to move and react some sort of correctly. So the first thing is the AI needs the connection to the grid, but it also needs to see the grid in a way and see you placed on it. So that's the thing. As long as the AI can see you moving on this strange green light grid, which, yeah, you see it on the gray bars, you can see it better. This is the important movement grid of the AI. So sadly you can't put this grid onto higher blocking volumes, but nonetheless you can make it possible for the AI to see it, and that's what we want to do now. Oh no, not a box trigger, we want a blocking box. Yes. So the thing is, for the flooring, of course, we go now just like this. For the floor, you want it as low as possible. The basic floor can be just one. There will be no glitching or stuff like that. This is the basics height for your flooring, especially when you want to make some detailed flooring and stuff like that. You go to from 1 to 3, some sort of that, but you can also do it in 1 and 2, or just in 1. You just have to lift it a tiny bit so it don't really clip into another floor. So, but we will come to this later. So now the thing is, a bit faster please. Oops, too fast. Rip. So now we have our funny floor, we have our spawn point, we have our encounter. So as you can see, you may see it right now too. So if you do the floor in the size of height of 1, it can work, but it's more easy for you to make sure that the AI can see everything is blocking demons, fails, block AI sight so they can look through the walls, and block players so the player isn't blocked from the grid. So in this way, normally a floor should react normal, the AI should react normal, especially the pinkies, for example. When they have to a far distance to your player, they will most likely just run out of this area where you have the blocking box. So if he can see the flooring, he will try to get to the next place where he actually can see the floor, which would be here. So this pinky would try not to walk to you and attack you, just he would try to go here and try to drag you from here on. So that this would be the normal reaction. That's why pinkies in custom geo most likely run to the wall and just don't look at you, cause they can't see you. They first want to make drag on you if by this grid, and after that they will try to get and reach you. So technically these should react normal right now, cause the floors are completely just decoration. You can absolutely look through them. They can see you, they can see they can self. They don't get blocked in any way by this module, by this volume. You see, these two guys absolutely wanna get me, cause they definitely I'm in the range, and they absolutely don't try to get track for me first, cause yeah. The thing is, the distance in the complete grid volume can be too high, so not every enemy is on range attack. So I do not know what exactly is the combat radius of a pinky, for example. I know for sure that the what's it called here, the possessed soldiers, for example, with the plasma cannon, that they can shoot you from way far away. But with the pinky, I'm not quite sure, for example. Or the same as the Hell Knight, which is more on close combat. What the frick? Oh no, that's that. Okay, so we need some of these two. Well, let's see what happens now. I'm not quite sure, cause the thing is, I'm building in more smaller rooms and locations. But yeah, especially when you go wider range, it is very important that they can get track on you with the grid module. So it can be, no, I'm here, okay. Yeah, as you see, this is way too far for the combat range, but now the pinky got me, for example. Yeah, the Hell Knight is too far away, but okay, now he's coming. But the thing is, even though they are far away, yeah, they have to have it. They need a chance to get track on you. So not only with this floor, but also with this floor. Like I said, now they will absolutely attack me normally. They got track on me, and now it's hard for me to go out of their range. So of course they will easily follow me. So good. This is like intended. So the next step, I just try something else. So now I'm not quite sure if it will work or not. So blocking volumes, please. Here we go. So with the walls, of course, they should block everything in a way, cause yeah, why should you place walls when everything can get through it? So therefore it isn't even important. There's no need for the AI, cause yeah, it's a wall. Platforms are a different thing. I come to them in a few minutes. So the thing is, when it comes to walls, of course, this wall is very small and very thin. So as you can see, this guy will easily glitch through such a wall with a depth of 13. So normally when it comes to 60 and more, the AI can glitch through, and revenants, for example, won't shoot through it. But as you can see with the stomp of this, yeah, that's why it is sometimes more important to make the wall thicker so they can't shoot through it. But yeah, that's something. Maybe you can also work with barricades and stuff like that. I come to this later. This is something I mainly choose the right enemy AI for the place. So what I want to do now is to make a big wall. Whoops. No. Whoop. Oh, whoop. So I hope this is enough, but it should be. Now the next thing I can address when I make it like this is something which is not for the AI, but as you can see is if the ceiling is too flat, so the height is at 1, you see that the light from above will give you this strafe. You can prevent this by just changing the height of the ceiling to some sort of 60 or something like that. As you see, now it's closed. This is the with the 1. It's earlier. I think it's on 20 or 30. Yeah, like you see now, you don't have this frame on the upper walls. This is cause the light will shine through the too thin what's it called, ceilings, right? So, but doing it like this, yeah, you will have these nasty light bars on the upper edges. So I think when I give it a skybox, it will be brighter in the inner box, but I am not quite sure if the lighting is maybe let's try that out. I wanted to try it out anyway. Yeah, as you can see, if you use skyboxes, they leave the light inside, so it won't be this dark box like before. So where's my spawn point? No, this is the little guy. So this is my spawn. So this we can delete. So we make sure that we will spawn inside of our cute build. So, and our demo pinky, come on demo pinky. So, now still the flaw is blocking players fails and block demons fails and block AI sites fails. The rest is all on true, of course. Yeah, why not? Static, as long as we don't want to remove it due to some switches or stuff like that, it can stay static. Show on start, of course, we want to see it when we play it, so this is true. And block shots, yeah, we can shoot through the floor, but why? There is no reason. It can be interesting when it comes to ceilings, for example. So maybe even in some parts when it comes to walls. So, but that's another story. So now make a quick test and hope for the best. I'm kinda curious if I get the AI moving weird, cause I'm so used to doing my shit. So yeah, as you can see, they get full track on my, I get combat attacked, I get close attacked, and even the soldier gets attacked. So everything is working just so like intended. Good. Good. So this is what you want to have. You want AI that sees you and attacks you, cause they are stupid demons that can just slaughter you. So now let's see what happens if we block players, block demons, and block the AI side. We may test out what happens if you turn off just one of these three. So play. I'm kinda curious. Maybe it works normally. That would be very funny. And wouldn't solve the problems at all, but yeah. The next thing is, I do not know how effective decals block the grid. If they are just decoration or something like that. Ah, yeah, go, yeah, what we have now, huh? You see? Okay, the range attacker got me. But yeah, look what we got here. Oh, this stupid AI. So even so he sees me, you see, he gets me, but he can't, cause he can't track me right. He knows I'm in his range, but he is not able to track me, cause the blocking volume blocks my steps. So it's like I would be all the time in mid-air, so he can't find where to go. So that's a very good example. So even so, you see, I can go very fast and say, okay, that's funny. Like I said, that the range attackers, of course, these are very important when it comes to platforms. Of course, as long as you are on the grid and they stand above something, they will actually be able to shoot at you. It's so funny. So you have to come to real close range, but even so, they, like I said, they always want to run through the next possible grid place to get track. They are so lost, and you are so lost too. Yeah, you're pretty sad. Yeah, that's a good example. So, as you can see, this is what you don't want to have in your custom geo. Not good, not good, not good. You don't want these stupid fools running through the walls. And like I said, block players fails, AI side fails, block demons fails, and the same with this floor. And here we go. This should work again. The thing is, for example, now my skybox doesn't block players and stuff like this. So technically they can look through this one, yeah. And here we go. I'm still out of range of the Hell Knight. Ah, now I'm in range of the Hell Knight. So, and now it is pretty like you want it. Everyone sees you, gets drag on you, and moves absolutely normal. Yep. You earned it, little pinky. So this is the basic. Oh, what's that? If I should guess, I would say it's sniper and says yo. But I have to open my chat first. Sorry about that. Just a second. Where are we? We are here. Yeah, well. Sorry about that. Yeah. Oh no, it's Taylorhead. Oh my god, yeah, sorry about that, yeah. I'm just making this little stream. Oops, I should turn off the phone sound. So, cause Jay asked me how he can make the AI work better in the grid room, cause they just want to run through the wall, which is not the best thing in the world. So I thought I make an explanation, video stream, whatever. So, and this was the first step when it comes to the ground floor. We call it ground floor. The next thing is the platforms. But yeah, they will be edgy anyway. So, but okay, I show you what I do normally. We make a platform. The thing is, on a certain height, they will not stand on it anyway. So if you go, I think it's in between 50 and 100. Or some like that. I have to look. Yeah, that could be not enough right now. Maybe so. The thing is, how can I do this best? We'll make it right here in the back. So wait a second. Whoop. So the typical problem is when you look at maps with some small height differences, for example. Oops, of course. Zoop. So this one is true, everything is true. Okay. Okay, now I need where is it? Here is it. I need a single demon encounter with single imp Hell Knight. Yeah, Hell Knight is a good idea. Hell Knight is edgy on the boxes. So on spawned we want it to teleport, of course. Of course we can't place them on other heights, so we have to teleport them on spawn. I think this should be well known so far. So of course you have to look that this little arrow underneath is over the platform, so otherwise it teleport into it, so the same will be with your positions and stuff like that. So yeah. Of course I don't delete my stream, so that's why I named it like with the behavior of the AI, stuff like that, so you can watch it later on. And that's why I start with it. I maybe will finish the stream after my explanation, so you can easily watch it later. And if you have any questions afterwards, you can easily ask me about over PSN, over some chats, etc. You know the deal. That's no problem. But yeah, it's good to know when I can make something more important than just useless playing. So I will go on and make some explanations about my platform stuff and shit like that, and yeah, and you can watch it whenever you want. If you leave a like, you have it always in your list, you know. We will find a solution for your problems on your maps. We found some in the last ones, and we will find it on the next one, so I am pretty sure we will solve this problem in a way that benefits us both. Mwah, 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 mwah. So now on spawned we spawn this fuck. So what I try to show now is how the big ones like a Hell Knight will glitch into a too low platform, even though it is blocking enemies and AI side and everything else. That's one of the reasons why I went back to barricade floors or platforms or stuff like this, with industrial props, which are very good for this. Yeah, as you can see, he's diving. The thing is, he can't see me, which is interesting. But maybe he got the attention due to the others. No, now he's not seeing me, you see? They both don't see me. But now he is. Yeah. This is one of the things I hate most with the custom geo-blocking volumes. When they dive into it, even though it shouldn't be water or something like that. Hey, see you, Jay. Thanks for the idea for the stream. That's a good one. I hope I can help again some people trying to making custom geo. So the thing is, like I said, everything is true, which is for the player is good. The player definitely will be on top of it, but the AI won't. So what I do is I handle this one like every other floor, which means I make it block players fails, I make it block demons fails, and I make it block AI side fails. So now it's just a floaty block in the air and I can easily walk through it. But that's why we go on with the industrial props somewhere in this freaking big menu. Here we go. So this is a big platform, so we can use the biggest one we can find. First we set 1. We leave it solid, of course, cause we want to make them walk on it, and we make it static cause we don't want to delete it. So this is a wall, so now we align it to the surface with the wall like this. And now the best thing is, now we need the complete size of our platform, which I do most likely like this. I go on and look for the first corner, and I look for the back. So after that it should be 3 blocks. Yeah. The height I will adjust later on. So the first thing is that I have the complete size of the platform covered with my. So this is the next. Go as far as possible. Of course I have to look as good as possible for the front border, so that later on I don't have to adjust too much. But for now it easily is enough to do it like this. That's the way, the fastest way. So like I said, I adjust the front. That it doesn't depend if there is some little difference in the front, so that's not a problem. As long as it is behind the blocking volume, everything is fine. What I do now is I go to this freaking main menu here with the not this one. Which is it? No, this isn't it. Yeah, here on when you press the circle on the PS4. Then I go to the second options when it comes to the props. So then I lock the blocking box, or I hide it easily. Hiding is better. First I hide them. So now I have all these, so I can grab them and then push them to the bottom. That way, one by one, of course. That way they will be all on the same height. This is what this is with the drop on floor when you just put down on the what's it called, the cross, I don't know anymore how this cross is called. Freaking shit. So now I go on. You could now show the blocking volumes again, but I most likely do it like this, that I go first, push it high. The thing is, we have this this teleportation teleport prompt, so we kind of know where the height of the blocking box will be. So that should be some close to it. So now I go again and show lock the blocking boxes, but I lock them, so I can't actually move them. So that's how I can easily, you see, okay, this was too ideal. But that's not a problem. So now, as long as they are all aligned and build up one platform, one floor, I can grab all of these and just move them slowly down the line. Of course, when you get a higher one, the front will be non-solid too, so you have to barricade the fronts too. I could do this maybe with, I do not know if this is, no, this is too low. There should be a better one. This could be even too high. No, that's pretty good. That's a good size. Yeah, so you can also go and, of course, barricade the whole floor, the whole front, step by step, and then hide this behind. So that's the typical way you barricade in the early days, when blocking volumes just blocked the player and not blocked the enemy AI, which was some sort of disgusting. It was even before my time, so I really joined in when update 1 came out with the first textures and these essential changes, like blocking boxes that block everything, not only the player, also shots and everything. That's maybe one point why these things are so laggy still, because they weren't intended in the first place. And yeah, okay, with the snap to grid options you could align them way better than I did right now. This is just to show off what I meant with, but it is pretty good. You see, there are not that much differences. So as long as we can see, okay, we just see this one. We see it cause I didn't grab it. Stupid me. Rip. So now this box is officially barricaded. So show log. So I mean, this is a bit more time consuming, but the effect in the end is worth it, I would say, cause not only that the AI won't work in the grid, even when you shoot them normally, you can see the AI just diving into the floor. They just fall through it. If they die, the ragdoll is just falling through it. But when you barricade it like this, the ragdoll will lie on top of it. So you see that now the Hell Knight is completely on it and is completely tracking me. This works definitely on smaller heights, even if I would stay on it and stuff like that. They also will more likely jump onto it. Not always, but as long as it's not too high, it can be that they will jump on it. Yeah. And now, even so, it's gonna acting pretty sick. And like I said, when I get him finally killed, he will also don't fall through it but lie on it. So that's what you want on a platform with the AI. Of course it is not easy sometimes, it is tricky and it is edgy, of course. Yeah, this is no 100% solution, but as you can see, even I'm standing on this one, yeah, the AI is tracking me. They don't act really weird yet. They know exactly where to find me and stuff like this, other than before. The higher it gets, the more complicated it will be, of course. Yeah, but when it comes to a height under 100, this is a really good solution, which is definitely working very well. The only thing, like I said, is the edges have to be, it has to be aligned very good, so you have to drop it to the floor when you make a platform. You form your platform with the props, then you drop everything down to the floor that it is definitely on the exact same height, otherwise it can be happen also through the edges in the front. It can be they can lag or stuff like this, so cause they will stuck on this corners and stuff, you know. That's the main thing. You wanna be very carefully and very yeah. You have to look for this, of course. That's the thing. Yeah. There isn't not really much more to say to that, I guess. Of course, you can also mix up the the thing is, you can now go and say, okay, I want to have more details on it. So the thing is, you have your basic frame barricaded, and all the details, of course, have to be blocking players fails, and blocking demons fails, and block AI side fails. So, like I said, so every block, even so I make it some other textures on top of it. Okay, this is everyone knows. When I make some other texture on the top, I resize the sides, depth and width by 1, so I get this minimal edge when it comes here, but the same height, just raised a tiny bit, so it's not clipping. But yeah, now the thing is the same, so this is completely workable normally, this is completely normally workable, and the barricades block the player and prevent the enemy from clipping through. And to make I think you also it's good for the summoners, for example. The summoners tend to glitch and teleport through blocking volumes, for example. I tried out but I didn't really test blade it as much, but when you barricade your walls, it's even harder for them to finally glitch through and teleport through, so they will be in your little arena and most likely will teleport on free spaces and not on your in your geo somewhere else outside your rooms or stuff like that. But that's not really tested right now by me, so I can't say if that is a thing or not. But yeah, that is how I most likely do my platform job and try to get my AI host to work. Of course you have to teleport them down on top, and yeah, like I said, it's easier for the range combat guys or the revenants, for example, which have the range and close combat attacks. The barbarians, of course, too. Everyone with the range tag is more likely better placed on a platform than a close combat variant like the Hell Knight or the Pinky, of course, because they just have their dashes and stuff like this, and this can be very very funny in a way and very unfunctional for your gameplay. I mean, Apostle Burger is pretty uninteresting. He can walk through, against the wall, cause yeah, he is a stupid guy without eyes, so who can blame him, huh? Yes, you're a poor guy. Yeah. I hope this was somehow helpful for someone, especially for Jay later on when he tries to make Serena. But like I said, check every floor if it is blocking anything, players or site or AI, or the demons, because every block is preventing them from seeing you walking on this grid. Of course it is the difference when you start up here, but I think even with the props, with the barricades like I did, it should be easier for them to track you directly. Yeah, we can test this. What do you think of that? Unspawned. Okay, but we make it tougher for this one. I mean, okay, when it comes to the complete grid room, yeah, it can be even more tricky. Like I said, it depends on the combat range of the certain AI. Some have a closer, some have not. That's something I can't name directly, because yeah, I do it bit out of my feelings and stuff, how I think I could do it. And like I said, I like to work with small areas more likely than with the big rooms and stuff like this. This is not my size for a room normally. I'm not patient enough to fill such a big room with stuff or at least with one room. I can build a whole map into one grid room easily like I did in some maps. So now I'm curious now what happens when I am on the platform and the AI is on the ground. Okay. Here we go. Now they don't see me. Okay, this guy is seeing. Oh, here we go. Oh, not the worst. I mean, the Pinky is. But now the Pinky is seeing me, and he keeps track. He knows he doesn't get me, so he's just barking a bit around, but he definitely keeps track of me. Okay, and now, yeah, stupid. Yeah, like I said, it's not the best thing you can do, but it is better than before, definitely better than before. The thing alone that they walk normally on them, not dive into them, is a big plus, I would say. The moonwalk of the Hell Knight is so I like it when they run and then turn in their movement. It's so weird. Yeah, push him. And again, oh, you stupid possess. Is he dead now? Oh, he's dead now. Da-da-da. Doot, 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 doot. These ragdolls are nice. Yeah. This is how I do it. And this is how I think it works the best under the given circumstances. So like I said, I will end this stream right now, so it will be this little explanation video. And the thing is, wait a second, there's the thing before. So, what Fluppy, don't forget to use your grid snap, cause those props will snap perfect at the seam if you still have your set to 8. Yeah, that's what I said. If you are able to snap to grid, if you can handle this, you can definitely use it for this course. You can perfectly align them. I found my way with align them to the floor and lift them up to the right place I need them, and yeah. And yeah, the barons, every demon will walk on it now. The thing is, like I said, when the platform is under 100 or stuff like this, they most likely will dive into it. So, like you have seen before, maybe the Hell Knight was standing inside of it, but now every demon will stay on it, will walk on it, and will die on it. Which is one of my most important things, is that the AI won't glitch through the floor. The thing is, of course, when you make platforms, you have to ensure that they have at least the height of the thinnest props, that you can barricade them and don't see the props under or above it. So, and that's about 15, I think, is the smallest you can get, but anything else doesn't look really like a platform in a way. So right, along for the physical thing, so it should be looking like it is capable to hold yourself and stuff like this, and I think it's about 15. And the height, yeah, like I said, that the height, everything above, it gets strange and weirder. But for example, in my classic 12 one, you see that it's in the floor, over the floor, and of course the combat range is very narrow. So, but the Mancubus and the soldier, definitely, when I come around the corner, they drag me and they fire straight on me. So even so, there are things now in between. I mean, like I said, this is not 100% insurance, and of course you have to manage some things in between. But yeah, when it comes to platforms, it is most likely the thing. I mean, what I can do again is, like I said, this is pretty. This is pretty thick. So like I said, we'll make this I mean, you've seen my Baron in my other map, in the Dreamer. The end boss is on the platform too. It's also barricaded, so the Baron can't glitch through it. But like I said, it's high enough, so it won't happen either way. But barricaded. Barricaded, he won't glitch through it, and oh, come on, jump over. Wait. Okay, now we get another one. I'm out of combat range, of course. That's the thing with the big gridroom, of course. But I think it's the size, the maximum size you can make these panels with a 2045 or something like that. This is kind of the maximum combat range. So of course, if you are too far away, they don't react too good. But now, so yeah, but like I said, this is, we can now check. This is something you have to experiment around, of course. Which height is working for what? Oh no. Come on, Pinky. Ah. Good. So, and now, technically it would be enough. Of course, halt. So, right. Menu, so of course. So now, so if you go through, I mean both, technically it is enough if you make it with just one course. The other one, I'm not quite sure if this height is enough for the Baron, but I don't think so, cause the Hell Knight was swimming into the blocking volume 2. Yeah. Swimming Baron. So even though the main behavior will be a different will not be so much different to the normal thing. Alone that it is looking so weird when he's diving through the blocking volumes and can click through it and stuff like that, is a big reason to barricade your floors when you go to platform height. I mean, barons normally just go back to the distance attacks when you are on a height or they are on a height, so they won't leave you and won't try to reach you with the close combat attacks, so but they just will spam their fireballs and stuff like this. Yep. And the height, like I said, is depending on the combat range. So if the height is higher than 2048 or what it is, it gets really strange. So, and if you're too far away from it, you can technically say, like when you go to the whole grid room, the range is so far that even the props disappear. So if you are too far away, that's something with the range itself. So I hate flickering. All this clipping, though, now it's not clipping anymore. Yeah, that's for the platforms and for the barricades. Barricades, good. Yeah. So, like I said, I hope this was kind of helpful. If there are any questions in any way when it comes to Geo, I definitely will think it over and maybe can find some thoughts to it or solutions, because I spend too much free time with this shit anyway. And yeah, maybe I can help some people with doing stuff and building the maps. So, and maybe someday we won't see these clippings anymore, because it can be so easy to prevent this shit. Still clipping? I don't see it anyways. I think so. Yeah, it is still clipping. That's too far. Better than nothing. Yeah, anyways. Okay, I just say thanks for watching, and yeah, maybe I come back with another stream in a few minutes, but I'm not quite sure, cause it is very late. What, Siemens Hiller birthday rap? What the frick? She made some music, huh? Okay. I think I have to check this out. See what Siemens Hiller is posting on YouTube. I actually do not know why he is streaming on Twitch. Why is everyone going to Twitch? I don't like Twitch in a way. Twitch seems me too complicated in some points. But that's not my problem. No, it shouldn't be my problem. Because yeah, everyone should do what he wants to do. Okay, trash talking enough, so good fight, good night, and see you soon, and thanks for watching, bye bye, and maybe till later. Bye bye.